Okay, the day's finally here. We're gonna react to DAY6. I don't swear on my channel, but I will bleep for them because DAY6, they have been on a scene for a longer time. I've seen them, but I never got a chance to react to them. So I'm excited that they finally had a comeback and they finally had a Dingo performance, which is quite legendary because they are going to be the first group, to my knowledge, that will actually perform with like a full band on Dingo. So that's quite revolutionary. I think it's very, very cool. Let's get into it. So, okay, my Australian R is creeping back on me. So if you do not know who DAY6 is, they are a K-rock band. And I know there are going to be a lot of fans of DAY6 here in my views and in my comments, but I genuinely do hope that I'm going to get to introduce them to much broader audience because they absolutely deserve that. I think K-rock is very underestimated genre, and actually I know that internationally not a lot of people know about that, and I've talked to many people about it. I was like, check them out. Look what they're doing. Look how it works, because it is really, really good. There have been a couple of bands that I really wanted to check, and DAY6 were absolutely one of the headliners of that list. So let's go. There are 4 of them. I think it's either their album or their comeback that is called Forever. Welcome to the show. Husky voices, when they are singing this half air, can get so warm and so fuzzy. It is unbelievable how comforting they can sound. So I think we have 2 main voices. We're gonna see. One is a main singer person. With a lyrical introduction. No, we have 3 voices. Wait, I think the drums are not gonna sing, right? That would floor me. In my ideal world, if I would be building up like a pop rock band, I would have one metallic, bright, you know, like very rock-ish voice, and then the other one would be more husky and grounded to bring a little bit of kind of like bass into it. And I think DAY6 is exactly built that way. That build was beautiful. I'm gonna replay it one more time. I will try my best not to make this 2-hour-long video, okay? I cannot guarantee absolutely nothing. Also, I want to put them a little bit more louder. I don't know how loud is it for you guys, but I want it louder. So, even though vibrato is not very popular in overall in K-pop or K-rock, there was a little bit on the end of every single note. Okay. As he opened it on that way you can see how relaxed the opening of that tone is. That was very straight tone because he cut it just before he could develop it into vibrato with that vocal cry. Nice frontal placement, but he definitely did not only rely on that frontal placement, on that, especially that last show was really nicely resonant. that effortless climbs, you don't see any blockage there. Like na 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 na. Most people would go daddy, just try to push it so hard, and you can see that the passage for that voice was so effortless. Also, because he interrupted, da 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 da, so he jumped into the next register. Chest da 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 was already mixed, so you can see that that jump allowed him to jump into the register instead of like painfully climbing towards it. Whoa. I know it's gonna sound slightly dumb, okay? But whoa, for example, through that, whoa! I'm training with my students how to anchor their frontal placement and find that bubble. And that is so much fun for that little climb in that chorus. Also, welcome to the show is their brand new release, 2024. Usually bands are on Dingo finishing with their brand new release and starting with their older songs. So please go and support, watch the official music video, support them, especially this release. It is brand new and they haven't got a comeback for some time, so please show them some love. And let's continue now. Cool, cool.
인사드리겠습니다. 하나, 둘, 셋. 안녕하세요, 데이식스입니다. 네.
Let me see
저희
if we have...
데이식스가 드디어 이렇게 킬링보이스를 나오게 됐네요. 아, 오래 기다렸습니다. 이번에 저희 데이식스 킬링보이스 많은 곡들 준비했으니까요. 바로 한번.
We do not have English subtitles at the moment when I'm watching this video. Probably they're gonna be later. For now, I don't have one, so I'm sorry. That's a classical guitar right there. His frontal placement is immaculate. He has that very bright rock quality. I actually probably mistaken because he started as a husky voice and I expected the other singer to be exactly this bright. So we're switching it. We're completely switching it. My expectations are off the table. We are completely introducing different sounds to different people. I'm excited about that one. But again, it is very nicely anchored in that nose. There's a little bit of space behind the nose and in your sinuses that you can make resonate very strongly. It will be very edgy sounds, but that resonance is so cool, especially for pop rock and rock singing. It comes completely differently. If you look at a classic rock like Guns N' Roses, and it's been done for some time, like this particular placement, and it is matching to the energy of that music, of that genre, perfectly. So they're nailing it with this one for sure.
장난 아니네.
해줘
the piano singer. I'm sorry, I will learn the names, but I have like 300,000 different Korean names in my head, but I will do my best to slowly learn their names. If you want to educate me down in the comments, let me know. Who's who? What do you know about them? What's your favorite thing about them? I would love to hear it. I would love to discover more. So write it down. Write it down. The funny thing is with that piano singer, he is usually doing the ad-libs or the bass for the rest of the voices. But we could see right in the first song how brilliant of a singer he is as well. So it is interesting that he's kind of, I would say like an ad-lib / bass singer of that quality. So you can see how high quality of the vocals is just the basis in DAY6. It was just really cool.
I can't stop loving you. I can't stop loving you.
God, I love their color.
네, 이 곡은 저희가 작년 크리스마스 때 공연을 했는데 마이데이 분들이 함께 해주셨기 때문에 이 곡이 비로소 완성이 된 곡입니다.
I got only one life, not two for you. 내 사랑에 그저 몸을 맡긴 채 날 바라봐줘.
I'm happy that we're getting rock ballads as well. I think it's very, very needed. And to be able to show also your maybe slightly softer side, those ad-libs were also almost R&B. Yes. Thank you. A lot of head voice. Very lightweight. Head voice is usually much lighter than other registers, but you can get some really bright tones from it as well. What a pretty tone. You can see that they have a lot of control over weight of their voice and the final sound that they're getting from their voice. So it can be very warm, very romantic, but also on the other hand, when they have a little bit more edgier song, they can match the energy with their voice. It can be like really rockish, metallic. I think I know this song. I think this was the first song I've ever heard from them.
이제 들려드릴 곡은 저희에게 굉장히 소중한 곡입니다. 저희를 있게 해준, 존재하게 해준 곡, 저희의 데뷔 앨범 Congratulations 들려드리겠습니다.
Congratulations 어떻게 이래.
Oh, that was such an attack on the tone. Look how far he's from the microphone for good reason. For very good reason. Wow! That had to be such a loud sound. But you go a little bit away from the micro. Listen, even singers who are only singing and not playing any instrument do have to know how to work very well with a microphone to just be able to control their dynamics. Even though, again, Dingo is a post-produced show, so they will level the sound and yada yada, you know, they will give it some reverb, they will clean up. There's gonna be post-production. But you can see how they're used to sing live, because the moment he went for that high tone, he literally threw herself away from the microphone because he didn't want to punch it with that attack on the tone. Attack on the tone is when you don't have any blue tone or any slightly, like a slight, like, that would be like a nice kind of like start into that tone. If you have a attack on the tone, you're basically breaking right into the tone. So there's no introduction to the tone, like jumping right into it. It can be very difficult and it can be very unstable. So you have to be quite experienced to have, first of all, you know, technique to be able to do that. And second of all, the guts, like the confidence to jump right into the tone and have confidence and stability of your voice. And I know that that's balanced, but you can see how that ad-lib is super loud in comparison to his voice. That was actually not, and I don't want to critique necessarily Dingo, but this is not very well balanced. His voice should be a little bit more forward, so they should balance his volume here, because he's singing in registers. It's da 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 da. So he's basically balancing his chest and head voice, right? So he's singing in those two, while the ad-lib is literally being belted. So you have to balance it very carefully. So you keep the power of the belt, like really the message from the belt is coming through. It's hitting you, but it's not overpowering the main melody, which is his singing. While he was really trying to give that belt the space, he was literally stepping away from the microphone. So he did technically what he could to really like soften that belt up, but still keep the power. So good job. This was more of a technical job to balance them slightly better. I love his aspiration. We're getting a little aspirated, so a tiny bit of an air addition, just to create maybe a little bit of a exhaustion, lingering kind of pain, melancholy type of effect. I love aspirations. They can create so many different like kind of emotional, emotional colors on the voice. Ooh, we're getting texture. Nice. I think we only got a clean tone from him before, but I know that they do use texture, so this is the first time. It was not a heavy texture. It felt really natural. It didn't feel enforced. Some people, when they use texture, it's just like, it's not doing what we think it should be doing, but his texture is super natural. Sounds good. I like his voice. He could absolutely be every single one of those three people could be standalone singers, but this guy has a soul in it. Like, he is a storyteller. This is where, sometimes someone is utilizing conversational style in the correct way, because you can actually feel it. Like, you can feel the delivery, you can feel the delivered message. It's something touches your soul. He has that gift. Little nice slower tones. Oh my god, I need to praise this. Hold on. So good. You can see those belts are nice, spacious, support. I wanted to also comment on his nice openers. Every vowel he puts so much attention to and make sure that he opens it properly. But E and U are two very close vowels. Those are really difficult to open. And every time my students ask me like how to open E, like I cannot open it to anything. It's going to start to sound like a different vowel. This is what you can partially do. Look at B. It's a B. That's the closed vowel. That's the closed sound that we want to avoid. B. It's like B. An opener on E vowel. I know it's nerding out about vocals right now for me, but that's so cool. That's really cool. Little vocal flips around the vocal break, which is just a cute little embellishment. I like the key change there. Good live singers. Good live singers. They have to be really brilliant live. To the point where my camera is defocusing from me. I apologize for that. I think I'm also very, very bright. Okay, I lowered my brightness a little bit so I'm just not blaring into your eyes. I'm just... Listen, it was a long winter. It was a long winter. I like his texture. It's more fry-ish. He's doing it for slight restriction, but not that much that it would really compromise the openness of his higher tones. It's very natural. I like that he's not trying to enforce any bigger or heavier texture, maybe into the girls. I don't think it would be necessarily fitting. Everybody just wants to immediately go into heavy texture girls and really something that does not necessarily have to fit even the style that you want to do. This is perfect for K-rock, pop rock, rock overall. This is perfect. This is exactly the dosage that I think is fitting the vibe of the whole band, and it's just like it just gives you that little edge, the little spice, but without it feeling like it's too enforced. Everybody's like slightly aspirated. No. Always that little tiny aspiration towards the end. Look at the dynamic work. Full belt on that chorus, but Noah. Like it's calming down the dynamics to really be able to paint the picture. So dynamics is how loud or how quiet the singer is singing. It's very important. It's creating the dimension in the song. Oh, very light last tone. Oh, this reminds me of Owl City. Oh, cute. Oh, I love this section. That section was so cool. Look how much he is in his sides. Never letting those cheeks drop. That is so important. And very often I tell people like first thing, up with the corners, because you can get a very narrow sound, but you get so much brighter tone, a little bit of a width in your corners as well. I love that pattern. When you're holding that tone very well in a good position with a good technique, you can really work going on up, going on down. So they're in their chest mix dominantly and in their chest, but the movement around it is really, really effortless. Oh, the texture. Look at those openers. Right there. I hope a lot of people are gonna fall in love with them after this Dingo. a lot more because I know they're a great fan base. Already got him. Let's go. Okay, so the introduction, pretty nice. We've got nice stable tones. Again, the texture is also using the texture on just a very particular vowels, which is mostly that because vowel is really nice for texture. It can be pretty wide and it accommodates your placement. So, but for example, on os, he's usually omitting that so he can have a nice open vowel without any restriction whatsoever. And here we've got a little bit of that really metallic vibrato. I actually really love that his tonal quality is so different from the two main singers because he is adding so much different vibe into it. He has a little bit more nasally dominant tonal quality. It's also partially because of his placement, but also it's just naturally fits that way. He's a great singer, but he's definitely bringing like an extra element into it.
아주 바쁘게 살아가고 있는 내일을 버티고 있는 모든 현대인들을 위한 노래입니다. 어제는 어떤 날이었나 특별한 게 있었던가 떠올려 보려 하지만 별다른
It was a little riff down into the very warm lower tone. This boy knows how to drop it. I mean, his voice into nice warm place. He knows that he has huskiness there, so he's not going too heavy into the chest voice. It's just like a tiny bit of air. The more you add air into the husky voice, the more kind of prominent it will be. He knows what he's doing. They have really good range, all of them. So the very, very lowest tone, he just kind of just dropped, just rather than enforcing his voice too low because it was under his range. It was a very, very low tone. But their ranges overall are really impressive. Usually people, very often in K-pop, they have really dominant one register, which usually is actually mixed. And most of other registers are heavily lacking. These guys have a very nice balanced registers, and their range is very, very good. That much care that they put into the yeah, we'll live the life. Such a soft onset. He has a very good voice projection, which is really cool because if you're belting, of course, like you do want to have a good projection out, right? But look at him. He's not fully like you know, in the hardest mode, right? Like fully building, fully sending it out. He's still kind of like, this is softening it up. This is very soft kind of intro into the song. And he is still, even if he's not going full steam forward, being able to translate that voice so nicely for nothing held for himself, nothing swallowed, everything is nicely sent out. Little restriction into that extra. That was very My Chemical Romance right there. And I'm a big fan. Where are you? Love me or leave me. We're never gonna leave you. See that very heavy texture, and then but that all was nice and clean because he wanted to really have that sound strong and send it forward. Well, texture is a little bit more throaty. So I know the song. I don't know if people realize how horribly difficult these kind of staccatos are, especially at that height. Your voice can crumble, it can break, it can completely betray you. Like those staccatos, they're so hard. You have to have brilliant support. You have to have your breathing in check, your air. Those are repeated attack on the tones. We talked about attack on the tone today already, so I told you how hard that is. Now imagine it repeated in this pattern. This is so hard. This is so hard. Most people would not sing this live. There's a jump in the heaven. Love me or leave me tonight. Such a cool song. Ooh, I love this one. I love this one.
So if you wanna hurt me, baby, just hurt me. I'm okay. So if you wanna hurt me, baby, just
That was a cool slide into the chest mix. You can go in such a cool height with that if you're in a nice placement to start with. You cannot start in a horrible placement and then expect you're going to have a nice slide up. But if you have a good placement and you know where to direct it, oh, you can have such an impressive slide, like, yeah! For example, yeah! It can go really high and it can sound so freaking rockish. Also the you have to glide on that vocal break. That's why those little squeaks. Oh, their earlier songs were reckless when it comes to like actual vocal difficulty. I'm not saying that nowadays they have anything like lighter, but nowadays I feel like, especially the first song, it was more into like mass of the vocals, like heavy, big chants, belts. And at the beginning, they were like really like short, attack on terms, reckless, fast, just, you know, head to the wall. And that is so fun. If somebody knows how to do it and have confidence to do it, there's nothing better to watch, honestly. What would be the performance without guitar solo, right?
네, 이제 들려드릴 곡은 저의 정규 3집 타이틀곡 Sweet House.
I know I'm stopping this way too much, but every other second, I just want to watch. I just want to watch. But this, oh my god, that was so impressive. Oh my god.
타이틀곡 Sweet House.
Oh my god. There's so much support in that. Oh my god. Or slide. Oh my, wow. And all three of them did it. It's so cool. All three. That was very kitten rare. But I like. That was playful. We like that. But that pattern in this song is so hard because every single one you have to have a separate support. Those abs have to work over time. The core strength.
이제 마지막을 향해 달려가고 있습니다. 저희의 모든 순간이 최고의 순간이 되길 바라겠습니다.
It shows which rock bands motivated them in variety of songs. It sounds very Queen. He's very, very brilliant in moving between the registers. Like across this band, especially the two guitar singers, they are usually keeping themselves in like a belt, chest mix, and a lot of frontal singing, of course, but especially that chest and chest mix. But he has such a nice natural movement. He is also incorporating a lot of head voice, and he has a lot of head voice / chest voice fluctuation, and he knows how to level it really, really nicely. Did you see that opening? That opener was so cool. You can hear the space of that tone. There's absolutely nothing restricting it. It's just bright, resonant, beautiful bells.
So free
Again, we got more texture on air.
Everybody dance. Dance tonight. 다 같이 프리하게. Dance tonight. Everybody dance. Dance tonight. 다 같이 프리하게. Yeah.
That one was cool.
네.
I think we're getting one more.
데이식스 킬링 보이스 한번 여러 곡 준비해 봤는데 마음에 드시는 곡이 있다면 꼭 한번 음원 사이트를 통해서 많이 들어주시면 감사하겠습니다. 그러면 마지막으로 이제 저희 한 곡 들려드리고 이제 저희는 가보도록 하겠습니다. 가보시죠.
네. 가보자구. 가자구.
Again, the work with microphone. If you would be yelling right into it, this is their habit from live performances, and it's so nice to see people actually, because this is how live performers actually do move around. Technique, they like microphones and everything, because they do know their own sound so very well. I just loved how he just that was cute.
너도 그랬을 거랍니다. 오늘은 여길 매일같이 달력을 보면서.
You can see how the aspiration at the beginning of the phrase changes. A little kind of like a breath hiccups makes it sound so cutesy and more like adorable, while the aspiration at the end of the phrases can make it more emotional. Those staccatos again. Staccatos, short tone. Again, that fluctuation with the head voice. I cannot with those staccatos. They're so cool. That was incredible performance. Oh my god. People should listen to this on default. By default. That was incredible. That was solid. This is how you represent yourself. Wow. Wow. So again, I'm sorry that I stopped that often, but, and again, if you're already in my comments writing that little comment like, stop talking so much, because I get so many of them. Girl, go watch a video in original, uninterrupted, and rest of you, you should also go watch it uninterrupted, because it's an experience. It is so fun. They also did such a good job with curating of those songs. The blocks, they kind of merge them together, are working perfectly. I think this might be one of my favorite Dingo performances that I've reacted to. If there would exist something like music business card, they've got the best in the game. Like they would put this on table and they're already won. I knew it's gonna be good, but I also hope that people who stumbled upon this video and did not know DAY6 before are gonna enjoy this music. Even people who maybe do not normally listen to K-pop, they will see that K-rock is very different. It has its own vibe. It has its own identity. It is fun. It is a beat. It has life in it. So I hope this is gonna reach as many people as possible, and also the Dingo performance on its own is gonna reach as many people as possible. Please go and support Welcome to the Show, their newest song. But if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the video that YouTube actually recommends for you, and here is the rest of my Korean reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.